Everyone knew it was impossible, until a fool who didn't know came along and did it. This short sentence holds a profound truth about us as human beings and how we perceive and act in the world. Often, we believe that if everyone says something is impossible, then it must truly be so. If many people have tried and failed to achieve something for years or even centuries, it seems logical to assume that it simply cannot be done. Everything that came before seems to confirm that it's beyond our reach, that it's nothing more than a dream or an illusion. That such things don't belong in reality and are not possible in the real world. And then comes someone whom others may see as foolish, naive, or led by ignorance, and they actually do it. It is precisely that fool, who didn't know something was impossible, who wasn't afraid to try and wasn't held back by fear. Their naivety and lack of awareness of the obstacles became their strength, not a weakness. In this way, many of the world's most innovative breakthroughs have come to life. This idea invites us to reflect on how many obstacles and limits are created by our own beliefs, experiences, and the opinions of others. When we assume from the start that something is impossible, we shut every door that could potentially lead us to success and stop ourselves from even trying. But trying, even when the world says, "You can't," is exactly what leads to innovation and progress. That's how change happens. History is full of such examples. People who pushed boundaries of what was thought to be possible and what was deemed impossible. The first aviators, the first people in space, inventions like electricity, the telephone, radio, the internet, many of these major breakthroughs were initially considered absurd or unachievable. But those fools, in the eyes of society, who didn't buy into those limiting beliefs, came along and made all those things a reality. They weren't afraid to fail or unsure of their own abilities. Their belief in possibility was far greater than their belief in impossibility. At the same time, there's a powerful lesson in this idea. Sometimes ignorance, or a boundless belief in oneself, can lead to greater results than a mind limited by fear and experience. This doesn't mean ignorance is always a virtue, but often the weight of past experience and skepticism holds us back from taking risks and trying new things. Sometimes it's good to be foolish in the sense that we don't let ourselves be discouraged by what others think is possible or rational. This phrase can also be seen as a call to courage and openness. Courage to believe in our ideas, dreams, and visions, even when others call them crazy or impossible. Openness to new opportunities and the ability to act despite fear or doubt. These are the forces that create innovation. Of course, this doesn't mean we should act recklessly without thought or preparation. But it does suggest that sometimes we must dare to take steps forward even when we lack all the answers, trusting that the limitations we see are not always absolute. In the end, this quote reminds us that the world moves forward thanks to those who dare to ignore impossible, who see opportunities where others see obstacles, and who simply do what everyone else said couldn't be done. It's because of these so-called fools that the world is not just a place of potential, but a reality that's constantly evolving and expanding. So let's not be afraid to be fools, and believe we can do more than anyone expects. Thank you and see you soon.